Self-checkouts by Regina Collins. Check robot. It was invented by David R. Humble in 1984. He got the idea while standing in a long line in the grocery store. They were invented to cut down on the amount of time that it took shoppers to check out in the grocery store. The first check robots were tested in a Kroger outside of Atlanta in 1986. They became popular with stores because they are cheaper for stores to use them, as one cashier can run multiple self-checkouts at the same time, instead of hiring a cashier for each line. Self-checkouts are extremely popular. In 2013, there were an estimated 200,000 stores with self-checkouts, and the number has only grown since then. They're everywhere. They're in grocery stores, department stores, drug stores like CVS, and even in some gas stations. How do self-checkouts work? The customer scans the item. The self-checkout pulls up the information about the item based on the UPC code that was scanned. Which are the name of the item, the price of the item, and the weight. The customer is then instructed to place the item in the bagging area. The self-checkout matches the weight of the item against the weight stored of the item. If the weight matches, then the customer can scan the next item. If not, personnel is notified. The process is repeated until the customer scans all the merchandise, then follows the steps for payment process. It is a fairly simple process unless something goes wrong. And this is a video from YouTube of how to use a self-checkout. In this video, she uses a self-checkout from Walmart. Pros of self-checkout. If there is a long line with the full-service cashier, this could be a quicker option. It seems faster to check out because the customer is engaged. Customers can bag their groceries however they want to, like they can put all their frozen foods together. Introverts love the ability to check out without having to deal with a person. People can buy items without fear of judgment. For instance, a guy can buy tampons for his wife or girlfriend or daughter without worrying about another person. You just go to a self-checkout. How to improve self-checkouts. There should be checkouts designed for few purchases and one designed for large purchases. There should be express self-checkouts for customers with a few purchases. There should be small and close to the exit. There should be a maximum of 4 self-checkouts assigned to one cashier, so any items that need to be approved can be done so quickly. Continued improvements for self-checkouts. There should be a conveyor belt with a button to start and stop the belt for self-checkouts so that one customer can unload their cart while the previous customer checks out, much like the lines with cashiers. There should be an area for customers to place items after they scan them that flows into a bagging area. These options would be extremely beneficial for people shopping with other adults or older kids. One person could unload the buggy, load them onto the belt while someone else rings up the merchandise and a third person bags. Another helpful improvement would be to change the voice of the self-checkouts. Change the voice into something that's not robotic. Alexa has celebrity voiceovers. Self-checkouts could have this feature as well. It will create a more pleasant customer experience. Another way would just be allow the customers to mute the voice or change the volume of the voice altogether. The self-checkouts could also include a tutorial to show people that have never used a self-checkout before how to use them. It can be broken out into different parts of the self-checkout process so customers can easily find out how to complete the transaction without having to wait for a cashier. Software and hardware improvements. All the software and hardware needs to be updated so that a customer can check out just as fast as a cashier. There should not be a long delay between the scale and the computer seeing if the item matches the weight. There should also be a gun for heavy items so that the customer doesn't have to pick up anything heavy. And these are my references. Thank you very much.